who's the greatest cricketer on earth or Mars. Anyone can tell you it's the great Sir Garfield Sobers. This handsome Barbadian lad really knows his work. Batting or bowling, he's the cricket king, no joke. 3 cheers for Captain Sobers. Win or lose, the spectators are always pleased with the greatest team on earth. Who else but the West Indies? Men like Butcher, Joe Solomon, Kanaya Davis, and Nelson Rodriguez, Conrad Hunt and White Gibbs, and the wicketkeeper Hendricks. Australia, you lost. The West Indies is past. The trophy belong to us. I say you lost, and you know you lost. Yeah. Australia, stick your brain. Australia, don't mind.
The Caribbean and the cricket world are mourning the passing of one of the greatest athletes to ever emerge from the region, Sir Garfield Gary Sobers. The Barbadian cricket legend, widely regarded as the greatest all-rounder in the history of the sport, left an unforgettable mark through his batting, bowling, fielding and leadership. Well, beyond the records and achievements, Sir Gary became a symbol of Caribbean excellence and inspiration for generations. Well, to reflect on his remarkable life and legacy, we're joined now by former West Indies wicketkeeper and cricket legend, Mr. Deryck Murray. Good morning, Mr. Murray.
Good morning, Virmala. Sad occasion, but happy to join you.
Thank you for being here. Now, Mr. Murray, the cricketing world and the Caribbean are really mourning this passing of Sir Garfield Sobers. But as someone who shared the field with him, what was your immediate reaction when you heard the news?
Obviously, profound sadness because you think, well, yes, it's final. We'll never see him again. But a bit of relief that he's gone to a better resting place, because over the last year or so, dementia, Alzheimer's was taking a toll of him. So, he's in a better place now with his God.
Yeah. Now, you played alongside Sir Gary during one of the most celebrated eras of West Indies cricket. What do you remember most about him, not just as a teammate, but as a person?
As a person, he was a fantastic person. He really had a joy of living, a joy of playing cricket, and being fortunate enough to do what he really loved as his career, as what he was known for. But we got to know him as an individual, and he just loved being in the team atmosphere, around the dressing room, even after, just sharing the company with him. He was a very, very lovely person, no airs and graces. He recognized that he had talent, and he had a talent for giving millions of people pleasure all over the world watching him play cricket. But he was a very simple person, loving the simple things of life, being among friends and companions, going to the movies, doing normal things, and being just such a joy to be around as a person. And you couldn't help but find yourself laughing in his company at any time. A really, really genuine, lovely person.
Yeah. Now, Sir Gary is widely regarded as the greatest all-rounder cricket has ever produced. So from your perspective, Mr. Murray, what separated him from other great players of his generation?
I think many people, and it's widely accepted, I think, that he is the greatest cricketer that ever played, batting, bowling, fielding. He was so many things in even within that space that, particularly his bowling styles were unusually gifted to him in that he could be genuinely fast as a bowler. He could be, he started playing initially as a 17-year-old as a left-arm spinner, orthodox, and then he bowl back of the hand. He could bowl medium pace, swing the ball. He was just everything in a team, plus the fact that he was basically the best batsman in the world as well, and would earn his place in anything. But above all, he inspired his team, whichever team he was playing for, whether it was the West Indies more often than not, but whether it was playing for a rest of the world team, whether it was playing for a county team, even his professional clubs in the Central Lancashire League before he came into county cricket. And he just did everything in such a way that he didn't, he helped his teammates to lift our own games, and he really inspired you, and you felt comfortable having him on the field. Whatever was needed at whatever time, he would do it if nobody else stepped up. But he never tried to hog the limelight. He was always encouraging the other players. You can do it. You can do this. We can get through this together, whatever the circumstances were. And so it was not just the number of runs he scored or the wickets he got that inspired others, but just the aura that he carried with him on the field, and expecting everybody else to be able to lift their games to fulfill what was needed. And his effect on the game, even when he wasn't batting or when he wasn't himself bowling, you just felt that would influence the game. And in so many games, his performance helped turn the course of the game. So you can turn losing positions into winning positions very easily, knowing that he was there and he was on the field with us. And I think that lifted him above others who could, and not to belittle any other player, but who was simply batting or bowling or fielding to the best of their ability. But that he was part of this team, and he helped lift every team that he played with. And I think his effect on the players, and then off the field, being able to communicate very, very easily in simple terms with players was a fantastic characteristic which he carried with him.
Now, Mr. Murray, beyond the statistics, what do you believe was Sir Gary's greatest contribution to cricket over the years?
I think just showing that you can play and be as competitive as anyone else, but also to enjoy it. And I think that transpired and transposed itself into every aspect of the game. He just loved being on the field. He loved playing, and he took joy and pleasure in it. So he lifted the game, and you could sense the crowds being enthused by just his presence. Every now and then, particularly in the Caribbean, where our fans are more vociferous than most others. You'd hear people shouting things like, when he walked onto the field, people would shout and say they should put everybody out the oval and make them pay to come back in just to see him, and things like that. And that was the effect he had on the game in all parts of the world that he graced.
Yeah. And, my final question for you this morning, Mr. Murray, as the Caribbean and the world reflect on his life, what do you hope that we will remember and future generations now will remember most about Sir Garfield Sobers?
That he was a humble man, bestowed with extreme talent, who used that talent to improve the lot of cricketers in general, West Indian cricketers in particular. And at the end of the day, he was born and bred Barbadian, although he thought West Indian throughout his career and life. And I think it's just an inspiration to know that someone from humble beginnings could become the greatest cricketer, the greatest all-rounder that the world has ever seen. And I think that should inspire every young person to believe in themselves and believe in what they do, and do it with such humility, but also with the able to convey a feeling of sportsmanship within the game. You would never see him trying tricks of the trade and, as they say, whatnot, but he was a genuinely exceptional person, cricketer, yes, and hopefully that will help to lift future generations.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Murray, for joining us this morning. And we continue to, offer our condolences to you and all those affected by this tremendous loss. And hopefully you'll join us again, hopefully on a better note sometime.
Hopefully, thank you. But yes, I mean, you can't be on a better note than reminiscing about Sir Gary Sobers.
Touché. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right. Sir Garfield Sobers' impact extended far beyond the cricket field. He really represented the talent, determination, and excellence of the Caribbean on the world stage, and inspired generations of athletes and fans across the region and beyond. And as the world continues to celebrate his extraordinary life and legacy, we really do thank West Indies wicketkeeper Deryck Murray for sharing his memories of a true sporting icon. But before I go, we started this segment with video and the audio to that video. I just want to take a quick moment to tell you that was released in 1966. That's a very long time ago. And that was by the Mighty Sparrow, who released this really special classic called Sir Garfield Sobers. And this was definitely one that broke the charts and celebrated him. And he was just so famous for so many things, but above all for being a wonderful, kind and humble and just a beautiful human being. And we continue to remember him, and we send thoughts and love and prayers to his family and, of course, his friends and the loved ones. We take a short break and we come back with more.
Who's the greatest cricketer on earth or Mars? Anyone can tell you it's the great Sir Garfield Sobers. This handsome Barbadian lad really knows his work. Batting or bowling, he's the cricket king, no joke. 3 cheers for Captain Sobers. Win or lose, the spectators are always pleased. With the greatest team on earth, who else but the West Indies? Men like Butcher, Joe Solomon, Canaya Davis, and Nelson Rodriguez, Conrad Hunt and White, Gibbs and the Wicked.